If you're a woman over 40 and if you notice that there is an area or more than one area in your life where you have a clear idea, clear aspiration, what you want, and you actually even know what to do, and either you just don't get to move towards what you aspire to, or you do actually start to work on your project, and it can be really anything, professional, personal, but then when you start to have something going on, then at some point uh, it just gets stuck and you don't move forward. So if this is something that you've been experiencing, then maybe you were doing this one thing in your relationship that actually sabotages your project to truly be successful. And this one thing, I'm gonna tell you a story like already a long time ago from a friend. She was painting, a friend from my painting course. So I've known her for several years, and one day we went to the opening of an exhibition of our teacher, and she came with her husband. And after the opening ceremony, we all went to the restaurant for dinner, and then I noticed, I was really shocked actually to notice that uh, she was so different from the bright, smart, this person with spark in her eyes, full of humor person. This is how I knew her. And there was sitting in front of me this person, yeah, you could say subdued, and even her, physical posture was like she was small. She was really very, very small. And even her aura, which is always kind of joyful, she was a very joyful person, was kind of down. So I was very shocked. And next to her, her husband was saying, oh, look at me, look at me, look at me. And I talked with another friend, and she also noticed that. So she was making herself small so that her husband can shine. And that's such a pity. Um, and, you know, I didn't give much thought about it. I have noticed this with other women around me, and each time I kind of, really, that's such a pity. Uh, but only until like several years ago, I caught myself doing that thing. I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? And like making myself small, really like even covering up my own intelligence so that the other person can feel actually safe and can feel brighter. And then I realized that this was actually not only did not serve me, also did not serve a relationship, and also did not serve my partner. And that realization made me really uh, change, and it didn't come overnight. It's really a process. Like why actually are you doing that, and what's happening when you do that. When you do that, in my case, I was actually starting my business after leaving my corporate job, in teaching and coaching, mentoring women, and yeah, it was like I've been very passionate about it. I wanted to share with as many women as possible because I've seen the impact it has on women's health, on their life actually. So I really wanted to grow in this. But whenever I started to have kind of a momentum, then unconsciously something came. So unconsciously, I was actually sabotaging uh, the growth of my own activity, of my own work. And this to keep myself small. Like I do still what I would like to do, but not too much. So what it did take or was really to step into my own power. And it's not only, when we do this, because sometimes we want to keep the relationship like in a certain shape. We don't want to actually shake the relationship. Maybe we're afraid to even lose the relationship. So we keep ourselves in this very small space. What it does, it's not only impact our project, either it's again career, it also does impact our emotional health and our mental health, because it's really takes a lot of energy. Actually, we don't realize how much energy it drains to keep ourselves small. So what I started to notice was that I actually became kind of resentful, uh, and then this in turn actually affected my digestion. I didn't digest well, and I felt like really like failing in my work because I couldn't really move. So all of this thing was looping, and thanks God, my work is to actually work on also on my own emotion. So that's awareness actually gave me the clarity to what was going on, and uh, now for me, in what from this state to really step into my own power, it did take first, this one thing to say again, it doesn't serve me, it doesn't serve my partner, it doesn't serve a relationship. uh, it's actually rather the opposite. Like, if I do not develop my work, then I will not have the impact I actually really want on other people, on other women's life. I really want to share and to guide as many women as possible to thrive in their 40s, in their 50s, to navigate through menopause with ease and grace, and to support them to grow on their spiritual path. So I will not have, if I keep myself small, I will not have the ability to do that really at my fullest potential, let's say. So that's one thing. The other thing I realized also is that it's actually was really kind of was a big obstacle on my own evolution. Keeping myself small was kind of literally not getting to where I want to go on my spiritual path. And this is such an important part of my life. It's not actually, that's my number one, that's my purpose of life as my spiritual growth. So when I realized this, then I took the step to change and to step into my own power. And to be able to do this, because usually, especially in a relationship, we get into, there are kinds of habits we have in a relationship. So to break through those habits, actually what it did take, the number one thing that it did take was for me to accept that maybe with me transforming, stepping into my own power, that I accept that the relationship may end. And for sure, it's gonna end. It was ending as it was, but it might simply end. So that was the first thing that actually I had to come to accept. The second thing was that as much as I am willing to take on my own growth in this way, I cannot really know what will be the reaction of my partner, and that is his own decision. And that was the second thing I had to accept, actually. And then the third thing is, of course, to really own anything that comes, to accept anything that comes with me engaging fully, entirely, not making myself any more small, just owning my own brightness. And this comes with many different things that you cannot really know until you do it. So just be open to that. These are the three things that I've been, and again, it's not like an overnight change. It's really like a work and progress. And for me to be able to accept all this three things, what has been helping me as first to cultivate my core energy, to have a stronger core energy, to be grounded, to work on, to be centered, and actually to have a stronger connection between my heart and my core. So to open up my heart and also to connect. And this is what has been helping me to actually be able to hold the space for the change. And I believe from my personal experience, this is really what a big, a good foundation, a great support for any transformation. If your energy doesn't have your back, it's very difficult to go through such, let's say, deep transformation in yourself and in your life. So that's for me like the foundation is my energy. That's what I wanted to share with you today. If you are, this rings a bell, this, if you relate to this, then I'm happy that it serves. And of course, if you have any question, please feel free to contact me, and especially if you feel that you really want to move on and get out of all these limitations because you're making yourself small, and step into your power.